everyone, I'm Lynn from Draw with Lynn. In today's video, we'll create a silly little frog in Nomad Sculpt, and I'll guide you through every step until the finished result. If you're new to sculpting, this should be really helpful. Let's begin. We'll start by creating a new project. If you like to add a grid, click this button. You'll notice there's already a sphere in the scene, but we won't be using it, so let's delete it and create a new one. Click the plus button, then select sphere. To enable the sculpting tools, we need to click Validate first. This new shape will be the base for the head and body. I'll use the drag tool to start shaping it. Before that, make sure the symmetry is turned on. I'm also increasing the radius and lowering the intensity to get smoother control. Starting from the front view, I'm shaping the top a bit sharper and flattening the bottom slightly. Use this camera views if you want to keep it in a straight position, then shape it from the right and left views as well. I'll speed up the video a bit here. Now I'm going to make the hands. I'll use two identical shapes for this. To do that, add a new sphere, press the mirror right here, and then press Gizmo. Then drag the red arrow to the right. As you can see, there are two mirrored objects here. After that, drag the red dot to the left. This will flatten the object. Switch to the right view and use the green and blue dots to make the shape a bit smaller and more oval. Then click Validate. Use the drag tool to shape the top area a bit sharper and the bottom a bit rounder. Drag the inner area slightly inward to make it a bit sunken. Now, using the Gizmo tool, drag the red arrow to the left to attach the hands to the body. Since the hands are a bit too far to the right, rotate the red circle line clockwise, then move it toward the center. After that, I'm going to make the fingers. Go to the crease tool and lower the radius by about 30%. Then, draw two lines on the lower part of the hands. It makes the bottom part a bit rough, so use the smooth tool to even it out. I'm using about 40% radius and brushing carefully, making sure not to touch the lines we just created. Next, create a new sphere for the legs. Before that, to make things easier, I'll rename each object by tapping the three dots here and selecting Name. Name each one based on its part, like head, legs, and hands. Now, go back to the new sphere, press Mirror, then click Validate. Go to the Gizmo tool and drag the green arrow to move them down. Use the green dot to pull them inward, then the red arrow to create some distance. Keep adjusting the size using these dots on all sides, then attach the legs to the bottom of the body. Go to the drag tool and shape the back foot a bit sharper while making the front foot rounder. I think the hands are a bit too big, so I'm making them slimmer using the Gizmo tool. And refining the shape again with the drag tool. It's time to make the toes. To get better visibility, I'm hiding the other parts by clicking the eye icons except for the legs. Then, using the crease tool, I'll draw two lines just like we did for the hands earlier. Now I'm going to flatten the bottom of the feet. Switch to the front view, select the trim tool, turn on Auto Validate and Square, then drag it across the center like this. It'll automatically cut the shape. After cutting, you'll notice the surface looks a bit rough. Go to Voxel, set the resolution to around 200 and click Remesh. Now turn the object visibility back on by clicking the eye icons. Next, let's create the mouth hole. Select the mask tool and draw a blunt edge triangle shape in the center. Then press invert, go to the gizmo tool and drag the blue arrow inward. I'm dragging it a bit deeper since we'll be adding the tongue later. Next, return to the mask tool and remove the mask by pressing clear all. When I try to smooth out the hole, it distorts the clay shape. To fix that, go to voxel, set the resolution to around 200 and click remesh. After remeshing, the clay feels more solid when using the smooth tool. Next, I'm dragging the sides of the mouth slightly inward with the drag tool. Then I smooth it out again. And this is how the body part turns out. Next, I'm going to make the eyes. Add a new sphere and turn on mirror. I'll rename it to White Eyes. Scale them down using the largest circle on the gizmo tool, then place them on top. Flatten them and tilt them slightly diagonally. I want the eyes to look a bit chubby and popped out. Let's make it clearer with some color. Tap the brush icon, open the palette, pick green, then hit X and press Paint All. Repeat the same steps for the hands and legs. Use white for the eyeballs. Now I'm going to add the pupils. Add a new sphere and click Mirror. Then use the gizmo tool to make it smaller. Keep the shape round, scale it slightly smaller than the white eyes, and position it inside. Then bring it out a bit, like a bubble on water. Now change the color to black. I think the pupils look a bit too big and too far apart, so let's make them smaller and move them closer. So it looks like the frog's looking at something on its head. Next, let's make the ladybug. Add a new sphere, but this time, we won't use the mirror tool. Just press validate, then go to the gizmo. Use the largest circle on the gizmo to scale it down, and then move the sphere to the top. Switch the camera to a top view, then move the sphere to the center of the eyes. I'll keep adjusting the size to get an egg-like shape, then bury half of it into the body and rotate it about 30 degrees. This will be the body part. Next, add another smaller sphere for the head. I'll rename them to keep things organized. Ladybug's head and Ladybug's body. After that, move the new sphere to the front of the ladybug's head. Adjust the head a bit smaller and rounder than the body. Then bury it between the frog's head and the ladybug's body. Next, we'll add some color. I'm using black for the head and red for the body. Then, for the ladybug's details, go to the paint tool and select black from the brush icon. Lock the camera with a long press, then draw a line in the center of the ladybug's head. Raise the radius, and draw some random dots in the empty areas. Now we can unlock the camera and go to the front view. Then I'll draw the eyes, switch the color to white and lower the radius, then lock the camera again. Tap the head and draw a dot. Now we can unlock the camera so we can adjust the angle. To make it look more alive, go to the crease tool and draw a line in the center. And now we can unlock it again. And for the last part, we'll make the tongue. Add a new sphere. And make it smaller using the gizmo. Move it out. And flatten it, then place it on the lower mouth. I'll narrow it a bit so it looks like a soap bar. Tap the brush icon and change the color to pink. Press paint all, and that's our silly little frog. Now let's make the whole scene feel brighter and cuter by editing the environment. Begin with the background, tap the picture icon, choose gradient, then change the first color palette to bright yellow. After that, set the second palette to green for a nice soft transition. Then go to shading. In the environment section, tap the picture and switch it to the fourth option. Increase the exposure to about 1.16 and set the rotation to around 237 degrees. In the light section, press Add Light. I'm placing it above the object on the right side. Maybe like this. Then switch to the back view and add another light. Place it in the same position as the one in the front. Okay, I think everything is set. Here's how the object looks when rotated. Go to the Nomad Sculpt logo, then on the turntable section, set the speed to whatever you prefer. I'll set mine to about 0.2843, and then press turntable. Ta-da! Here's our silly little frog. I hope it inspires you to create something fun in Nomad Sculpt. If you have questions, requests, or advice, feel free to leave them in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be uploading more videos about Nomad Sculpt, Procreate, and other art projects. See you!